This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Deadlands role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is Chains of Hatred. It was written by Alex Sun, who is also our game marshal. The system that we are using is Deadlands, which is part of Savage Worlds role-playing game. This is episode 7. Our recap will be given by me as my character, Joe Clank Willenhall. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Now, for those of you who have come to know me and think of me as a decent fella, kind to widows and orphans, and always thinking about how other people feel, well, it's all bullshit. What I am is a manipulator. Hey, I manipulate people like I manipulate the tumblers in a lock or the dials on a safe. I always have a way out, and I've only been caught the once. After escaping from that hellish prison, I'm making friends left and right, looking for opportunities. Now, don't get me wrong, I would never betray anyone. I'd never give them a reason to hunt me down and get their revenge. I do my best so that they never know. While they shake my right hand, my left hand is rummaging through their duster and vest for anything of value. What I do with my hands and with my wits. I would never have considered myself to be a gambling man. Too much risk, not enough payoff, unless you have an edge. But sometimes Lady Luck hands you an opportunity, and you just can't pass it up. With these here cards, I can make a deal, one that gives me power, the power to accomplish great things. Now, I should be frugal, but I like the taste of it. I like buying things to keep my friends happy and distracted. Now, I've made a few deals, and I have drawn on the powers lodged in the cards a number of times already. Today, after pulling the Italian out of a hole and killing some dire wolves, I made 2 new friends, 2 little dire puppies. Like little angels they are. I've named them Fang and Aurora. What's more is I use the cards to grant me the power to speak to them. And now they obey me like they were my own children. I feel safer already. I've been making a reputation in town and maybe made some friends with the Callahans. Now, I know the gang are looking for bodies, and they decided to head out to the ranch and have a chat earlier. Makes me really nervous. Jeremiah's got a mouth on him, and Bongiorno has a death wish. Eustace is pretty smart, or at least he has the most experience. And Ambrose seems to know more about witchery than anyone that I know. He's another one of those opportunities I can't ignore. They seem to have been dealing with some fortune teller they met or something like that. So they're out looking for bodies. As the evening was coming on, we went northeast towards Hunting Rock looking for, get this, skin gloves and a Wendigo's heart. Okay, I just follow along and keep my head down. I've grown to like these guys, but, a feller's got to look out for himself. And first and foremost, I try to stand back in a fight. And a fight always seems to happen. And so, in search of these artifacts, we creep down into the tunnels leading to the prison entrance. And there, in the dim light, we are attacked. I told you so. And the battle begins. There's a gun going off here and a monster slashing and biting over there. All I could think of was to help by lighting up the place. So, from another deal with the devil, and a little piece of my soul goes to feed old Scratch. But I win the game and light up the underground with sunlight as bright as daytime. Now we have the advantage, and though we still get beat up like we usually do, and Jerry shoots me in the ass, we managed to wipe out an entire gangrel of ghouls. But the truth is, this little adventure is just beginning.
Thank you, Tom. You get a Benny for the recap.
Thank you.
Everyone gets 3 bennies to start, and because you're extra lucky, or you're lucky at all, Jeremiah, so you get an extra one as well. All right, very nice. So battle is done and dusted. These ghouls lay dead at your feet, and you are left in this 30-foot long tunnel with many more splits, alone. Maybe not for long, because you do hear just shuffling, shambling within these deeper warrens. So what would you like to do?
How many
The
of
way
these
is
damn
clear.
things are there?
I
Are
think
we still lit up
Bongiorno is
for a few
kind of
minutes?
hurt. Yes, the light from your illumination does get rid of the darkness in this tunnel.
But I think it lasts only 10 minutes. So
I'd suggest we get the hell to the other end of the corridor, the other end of the tunnel, and out into the light, and then we can regroup out there.
agreed.
Yeah. So you hurry to the other side where you are hit by that blessed sunlight. Though might not be in the air too long, in the sky too long. It is approaching the evening. So whatever you need done, you gotta get it done. Night
Uh,
calls. You step over some broken uh watchtower parts, like remnants of the battle. You are back once more for the third time. Once
when
again,
we're
no
out in the light,
bodies, just drag marks.
while we're out in the light, I'm going to lay my hands on Bongiorno and try to cast healing.
All right, well,
Um,
Bongiorno is wounded one, so give me that
right.
healing roll.
I'm going to short on it because I'm going to need my power points for later.
All right, so that means you'll take a penalty
Yep, I'm going to
for
take a
whatever you
minus.
can't meet.
I'm going to take a -3, so the whole lot I'm going to forfeit the cost on.
Okay, gambling.
Oh, oh, is I'll use my crossroads reroll.
All right.
That's better. Yeah, so 10 -3 is 7, so it's one short of a raise, but it still
Okay,
gives
so he
gets
is
rid of the
no
one.
longer wounded as these ghoul bites like heal right in front of your eyes, so you are no longer wounded.
Hi, Ambrose. How many
Yeah,
more of these motherfuckers are we gonna have to kill?
I wasn't expecting there to be any of them, to be honest. But hopefully, if we get rid of the Legion thing in the basement, then hopefully the others will start run for the hills.
I'd appreciate it, Ambrose, if you wouldn't talk very loudly about any plans regarding our friends Legion downstairs. I want to rile them up. Now, you got some sort of doohickey that can show you where a Wendigo is?
Well, from our encounter last time, I'm imagining it is the thing in the basement because it didn't want to come out into the light. It wanted to stay
Right.
down there until dark. It's already got rid of the. Well, it's got a definite fondness for corpses. The fresher, the better, which is exactly what it asked us to bring it. All the signs point towards that is the Wendigo.
Right.
Is
I'm
there any
still.
reason why the Wendigo can't wait make one of us one of its corpses that it's going to eat? Maybe it likes it really fresh.
Maybe it's just
Uh,
lazy.
I'm gonna give you a Benny for your observations, Ambrose.
Really? I will cash it straight back to you, and I'll gain another
Get the
five power points.
PowerPoints.
Yep.
All right, I love it. All right, so you've given me 2 power bennies so far.
Yep,
It's
that
great.
puts me back up to 14 power points now.
Now, is there some way we can uncover the entrance to the hidey hole that Legion's in so we can expose it to the dying rays of the sun instead of just going into its dark lair?
Or if I remember right from when I went down there previously, there were were there windows along the ground level that would look into the basement.
I would say no.
That would be convenient, wouldn't it?
That'd be too convenient.
Yeah.
What
Aside
with it
from
being an evil wizard's lair and all, maybe he didn't want anybody peeping in.
yeah,
It's
aside
just
from smashing the doors in and going down there and having the light from
Yeah,
like
you
the
still
torch over
have the
doors.
magic light on, right? But if you take too long, it's gonna run out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are you talking about my magic light?
Yes.
That was cast on the ceiling inside the tunnel.
Oh, I'm gonna say you can have it floating behind you if you like.
Okay. I
Yeah.
did specifically though say that's where it was. So
You can
Okay.
always recast it if you really want to.
I can recast it. Yeah.
Yeah, I figure if the Wendigo is the Legions or are them, uh, and they wanted two corpses for the safe, but you want to kill them, which would probably improve the air around this place considerable.
That would lower the fear level.
Yeah. So, I think I've got one taler. Ambrose has got one taler.
I
Who's
think we
got
had
the third?
we had
We
three
got,
in total, didn't we?
we brought three for safekeeping.
Yeah, you're gonna have to heat it up to boiling somehow. Magic, mundane, doesn't matter to me.
Mhm.
But
So we
like
got
you
to get
also
it.
need to pour it down its throat, which is kind of difficult.
Yeah, it's
So
the whole gullet thing that bothers me. It's a pity we can't find a fresh corpse, fill its torso with taller, light it up, and trick him into eating it like a hot potato. But we just haven't got a corpse, not a fresh one.
You got some imagination, Eustace.
I appreciate that, Jerry. I didn't know you had the sense to recognize such a thing.
I think you
Oh,
could teach us all a thing or two about necromancy or whatever the fuck it is you're talking about.
I'm not the expert whatsoever. So, could maybe we'll poke around the quartermaster's cabin, see if we got an. There must be axes galore,
Yeah.
axes and pickaxes, so we can introduce ourselves by splintering the wood of his underground chamber.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. You head over to the quartermaster shack and you pass by the pit, and it's just, ooh, it's haunting. You
They're
just
a
feel that
stinking,
weight, that
stinking,
malevolence.
a stinking three-headed dead dog.
Oh, that was dragged off too.
Waste not, want not.
Yeah, so you head over to the quartermaster shack. You can see that during the prison escape, people got in here and grabbed axes and pickaxes. Fortunately, and actually, I'm not that nice. Someone can spend a penny to have some available.
Okay, I'll spend it.
I'll take it. Ching.
Mhm.
So yeah, and if that in that case, a portion of the quartermaster shack is crushed, and you dig around in the splinters and the detritus, and you see pickaxes and axes.
Yeah,
Uh,
for the purposes of planning, thinking of getting the tallow down the open gullet of the Wendigo, would that be athletics or fighting?
It would be so they'd probably have to grapple it. So grappling's athletics.
I I can spend a penny to change a plot point, right?
Yeah, but pending my approval.
Could I suggest that among the things we find
Hmm.
is a large metal bear trap?
Done.
Deal.
Okay.
Going all
Look
sore.
over here. I think we can find a use for this. What do you think?
Yeah, this is an ancient thing, probably used for on escaped prisoners.
Still got to pin it down, but at least we can get it to stay in one place.
Jones, did you take your smart pill this morning? Or are you just sneaking whiskey and getting imaginative?
He's
You ain't the
insulting.
only person with some side hobbies, Eustace.
I'll learn more about these folks every day. Now, remind me, Marshall, Kyle nearly got himself killed off in the tunnel,
Yeah.
but he got dragged back to land of living, right?
Yep, and he's very thankful, and he's willing to see this through.
Right.
So, yeah, he's an extra hand, an extra gun.
We got
Perhaps you'll need it.
6 reasonably hale fellers. If the thing is there still direct sunlight into the valley, or are we looking
It's
at
quickly running out.
yeah?
Probably have an hour or two.
So
Wow.
we hack the door off his lair. He hates the sunlight, retreats in the darkness. We get Clank to brighten up the place further, and then I never used one of these bear traps. Looked like it'd take a arm right clean off.
Hell, we don't even need to go in there. Eustace, he's coming right out as soon as the sun goes down.
Do you want to wait till dark to fight this darn thing?
Well, we sure as hell know where he's going. We just put this motherfucker right behind the door, and when he steps on it, boom, we start shooting.
But didn't he look just like some sort of tornado of light and energy? And who even
No,
says he has feet?
that's down in the pit, that thing. We're just looking for a 7-foot feller who likes to eat flesh and makes things real cold. It's like the thing that came out of the ground has been accumulating all kinds of other evil critters, like some magnetic force. Who knows how magnets work?
Well, if
Moths to a
if
flame.
if I get a clear shot and I make a good deal, I could cast that sunlight spell right between his eyes and blind him.
Now you're thinking, Joe.
It'd be easier to he might go hog wild, but at least you'd be able to get him and pin him down, maybe.
I'm kind of figuring the hog wild will help him get his gullet open wide so we can tallow his insides.
Well,
And-
once you got him down, I bet he'll be screaming. So you just pour the shit down his throat. Didn't you say 1 drop is all you need?
No.
Gonna be a good, pretty much bucket full.
That's a horrible way to die, all clogged up with wax. And
Oh, thankfully, it isn't gonna be us.
Hopefully.
I'm looking on the bright side.
Tala, huh? I think he'd get plenty of Tala every time he ate a dead body.
Not Berlin, though.
Mhm.
It's the hot part, I think, that
Ah. Well, let's see. Do I know anything about heating something up? I don't know.
Yeah, if you spend some power points and you roll spell casting, I'll let you just heat it up in the jar / can.
Do I deal with the devil for that? Or
Nah. This is
okay.
this is just prestidigitation.
I did shoot a fireball at one point, so
Yes.
yeah, I think I might be able to heat up your tallow.
Same with Ambrose here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm keeping my battery charged for other stuff.
Yeah, you're far better at it than I am. I'm brand new to this stuff.
Is the area in front of the door dirt?
Yeah, I would say so.
Can we
Force.
can we dig it out a little bit enough to like put the bear trap in it so that it's like level with the ground?
Sure.
so this here's it's in the burnt out house.
If you're gonna approach the door, the Legion's probably gonna hear you coming, and it probably knows you attacked the ghoul.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna walk up to the door. I'm gonna pull out my gun and I'm gonna shoot a couple shots down the hallway. I'm gonna go, "Hey, you motherfuckers! You hear me? We're coming down
How
there to kill the rest of you.
how dare you come here without the meat? You
I don't know what
hear
meat you're
that
talking
voice.
about.
It echoes and resounds through this little house. Oh, you're gonna do. Just you wait.
We're gonna do exactly what we did to your friends to you.
Your mother should have swallowed you.
Yeah, I'll close the door.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we'll dig this thing out. Well, they're good and riled up now.
Yeah, I like the bitter peaceable.
We better set that bear trap. It's
Yeah.
pretty
So you
tart.
kind of it takes the strength of two people to like pull down both sides. That's how big this badass motherfucking bear trap this is.
Now, thinking of waiting around, I don't think that's so much of a good idea because the minute it gets dark, if there's any other ghouls left in any of those tunnels, they're going to be right on our posteriors as well. We should really get this dealt with as soon as we can while it's still light.
All right, let's swing some axes, let some sunlight down into this darn pit.
Yeah. Start with the chopping.
All right. So no roll required. You start busting down that door, and it does let a bit of sunlight in, and you hear this horrible hissing, and like big footsteps retreating deeper into the basement.
See, that doesn't
And
sound like a vortex of spinning wind. That sounds
as
like
you
a
break
big-
down the hole, right, you're creating these holes, you're hit with just like so much frigid, cold air coming from the basement.
Just like the dandy in the wagon likes it.
Give me one of those things of talent so that I'm ready. I'll do the
Yeah.
pouring.
So, did we ascertain it's going to be athletics to grapple it, but then
Yep.
is it going to be fighting to put it down its throat? So it's going to be two different trait rolls?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Damn it. I was thinking of boost lower trait, but that's too many points for me to start throwing around.
I think we'll let the Italian do the grappling once the thing's got a leg or paw in the trap. Do we want to drag the trap in after us? Is it time for Clank to light up the hallway? How deep does this thing look to go?
So the basement stairs, they go down. They go down 10 feet standard, and it's almost like a root cellar.
Are there human remains or picked bones here and there, or does he eat the bones too?
You're certainly smelling that carrion stench.
I've been in a butcher's ice wagon once or twice, so don't much care for it. And this doesn't even have the decency to put sawdust down.
Well, if you want, I could cast light onto an object that you're carrying with you.
Make your hat glow. As we wander around, it lights it up.
Yeah, you can
I'm
do
just
that.
wondering if that makes you a bigger target because everybody's going to know right where you are when you've got the light on your head.
But we're going to have a fight eventually.
Yeah, if the darn thing cast a squint, it might have a hard time taking our heads off. These things got claws, I suppose.
Yeah, you've heard stories.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I can manage to get a look at it and I cast it on the creature, then you guys will all have a perfect target to shoot at. Because he'll be lit up like a Christmas tree on fire in the middle of the sun.
Well, Jeremiah, do you want to drag the bear trap down, or shall I? Or maybe we'll carry it down the stairs and then start dragging it. Assume it's got chains on it.
Yeah, yeah, you want to take it down there? Sure, I'll take it.
Just
Okay.
keep your fingers on the outside of the killing part.
You
I
can
know how it works,
certainly-
Eustace. Jesus.
You can certainly drag the bear trap. I will be kind and not ask for repair roll.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Don't throw it around.
Yeah, I think I want to use my power that I learned in the prison to boost my athletics 1 dice.
Please, so pay up the power points and use you just like instantly just get buffer.
Yeah.
So it's chilly and a meat like. Does it look like
Like
he's
a meat
done
locker in here.
dug into some natural cave system, or is it just the cellar of the house that was
It's
here
a cellar
before?
and there's some cave tunnel walls you can see at the edges of the light.
So it can go. It could have gone deeper.
Well, I don't
You
know
know,
what we're
there's
waiting for. It's only going to get worse as time passes.
Yeah.
there is an old saying, don't follow a snake into its den, but
Is that a saying? Do
I
snakes even
just said
have
it.
dens? I think snakes come out of nests.
There's an old saying for everything.
The point being is that it knows its own nest better than you do. So
Well, it can't have been here that long. It wasn't living with the doctor.
Well, you can go first then, Eustace, since you're so confident.
Ooh. Uh,
That's right. Lead the way, Mr. Big Mouth.
uh, Yoo-hoo! Creepy Legion thing. We didn't find any fresh corpses, but we did bring some provisions for you if you want to come and eat them. Got
So
you.
are you going down the stairs or you're just yelling down the stairs?
As long I'm not going to leave indirect sunlight.
Okay.
To the extent that there's sunlight on the stairs, I'll start going down.
Okay. So yeah, you say that, right? I sense that there's five of you.
You ain't much of a counter, are you?
Oh.
Poor Kyle nearly got his guts torn out, but he's still with us, and brave a man as you'll see. Unlike you, hiding in the darkness like some nasty old witch hunt lady. Whatever you are, show your darn self.
I'm gonna shit down your throat, con man.
Yeah, what with your diet, I'd find that exceptionally unpleasant, so let's make other arrangements. Why don't you come out and have supper? Like a good little demon or whatever the heck you are.
You can give me a taunt roll to see if he's just enraged enough to come up.
Would be nice. Or would it? Oh, I got an 8 on my 8. Gonna roll that again. And a 6, so that's 14.
Nice. I'm gonna give him distracted because of your raise. So he gets a -2.
Son, you lily-livered, frigid-ass son of a bitch, come and get supper.
And this is when we're going to roll combat. It's just in a bit because you see the shape start like roar out and it
Is
starts
there time?
running.
Is there time if we hear this thing coming that we can reflexively do something before initiative gets drawn?
Ooh, I think that's a matter of speed, right? So it really depends on what card you got,
Well,
right?
that's partly what my plan is to cast Warrior's Gift to try and give everyone improve level-headed or improved level-headed, so we get more cards in the initiative draw.
Ooh, well, you really didn't discuss provoking it, but I'll let you do it for Benny.
There you go. Have a Benny.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
So this is going to cost me, having gone through the maths, 8 power points.
okay.
So it takes me down to 6. And reroll. 12, which then explodes. 14.
Okay,
That
great.
gives that being a raise gives me the other player characters, not Kyle, improved level headed. So
Poor
we all
Kyle.
draw three cards for
And take
our
the best of them, yeah.
initiative. Yeah.
Awesome.
Sweetly.
Very nice.
And
Let's do
hopefully,
that.
then we pull through it and get a Joker quicker.
Yeah. So here's what's gonna happen. I'll describe what you see. You hear the stomping as it roars out in anger at Eustace's taunt, and then it emerges from the darkness, stepping into the sunlight, doesn't even care. This thing is 9 feet tall. Its body is like a big, large oak, and the horrifying part is, right, it's covered in fur, some of which is braided, like a Viking, and it has 7 cow skulls for fucking heads, and they're all
Oh,
just shaking, spasming violently back and forth. And its claws, oh man, they're 3 feet long on either hand, and it is charging up those stairs. There is a bear trap, so I do I have that kept in mind. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give you the action deck now. So from the top, Ambrose, Queen of Clubs, 4 of Hearts, 5 of Hearts, Queen of Clubs. Clank, you got 3 of Clubs, 7 of Diamonds, King of Diamonds. It's good, King of Diamonds.
Can I have the seven?
Yeah, you can have the 7.
I'll have the seven.
You want to go higher?
I don't want to go first.
Mm.
Fine by me. Eustace, 8 of Spades, 4 of Spades, King of Hearts. Wow.
I'll take that king he discarded.
Okay. Bongiorno, King of Clubs, 6 of Clubs, 2 of Spades. So King of Clubs. Jeremiah, 7 of Spades, 5 of Clubs, 4 Clubs. 7 of Spades. Unless you want to pay for a higher
No,
card.
no,
All right.
I'm good.
Uh, the thing got a something. Kyle got a Queen of Diamonds. Okay, let's do this. Well, it is going to be the Kings, so Eustace, it's your turn. It's about to charge up the stairs. You start firing again. Oh, also, everyone, please give me a fear check with a -3. -1 because of fear level 3, and -2 because this thing's kind of disturbing and scary.
That's
Uh,
a spirit roll, right?
yeah.
Yep. 11 minus 3 is 7.
Okay. This thing is size 2, so you will have a +2 bonus on hitting it.
I got a 8 and then I got a 6. So
Okay. Just
I
let me
got
know
a
if you fail, which
I
is
am
a
gonna try to use gallows humor to avoid this fear check.
very well.
Dang, dang thing's a lot more fucked up than I thought it would be. Got too many.
Yeah.
It calls itself Legion because it got a whole pass on the fucking dead heads.
Yeah. And on these, withered, pallid cow skulls, right? You think there's just stretched human faces just morbidly covering them.
I did the same thing as Eustace to use gallows humor, so
All
I
right.
guess I'm gonna turn around and it's like, Jesus, you didn't tell me it was a mutant demon.
Yeah, I injected steroids into the standard Wendigo.
Well, he was a
Wendigo
mad
go go.
scientist.
It's a Wendigo go go.
Yeah. All right. So did you pass with the gallows humor? I mean, use taunt instead of spirit.
In fact, I got a raise to it. It went to a 15.
All right, with the -3, you're good. Everyone passed, it seems. So, Eustace, what are you doing?
Oh no, with a -3, I didn't pass.
Oh, I rolled d20 then.
16.
16. Oh man, you are panicked. So your fight or flight kicks in. You see this thing charging up the stairs. And even though you're buffed up, your veins are showing, your animal instinct takes over and you just full sprint running away. Also, Kyle is automatically panicked because he's an extra.
Bye, Kyle.
And you're also shaken, Mr. Bongiorno.
Uh-oh.
We're going to
Right.
start calling you Daphne.
Well, with that taken care of, King of Hearts, Eustace, what are you doing?
Well, I'm counting now doubly on that bear trap slowing this monster down. So,
You can shoot at it.
well, I'm gonna continue calling the son of a bitch a
Oh, taunt.
cocksucker,
Okay.
and a weaselly little furry good for nothing, and I'm gonna go straight toward the bear trap and try and leap over it so it follows me to its trap.
Oh, I love that. Why don't you give me a taunt roll and I'll oppose with smarts. So it has to get better than what you roll if you succeed.
Oh hell, I got a 1 and a 2, which is too close for
Don't
comfort.
forget that you can re-roll your taunt
Oh,
rolls
that's
for
right. I've
free.
just gotten better at that. Oh, and my 8 got an 8 again.
Oh man, that's gonna be
And a
tough to beat.
7, so 15.
So I have to beat the Wendigo has to be at 15. So it's out 4. Nope, not good enough. So it roars out and it in anger. And it says, I'm gonna rip your spine out and fuck your skull. And it just fucking charges you. And I think that's when it hits the bear trap. So it steps on the bear trap, right? And it completely engulfs its stump-like leg, and it roars out in pain. Why don't you go ahead and roll 2d8 damage? Use this for the bear trap.
6 and 6.
Hmm. Oh, great! It is shaken, but I'm gonna spend a Benny right away to not be shaken. But it is stuck in the bear trap for momentarily.
Time to light her up. Joe, what you doing? Joe,
I'm waiting for my number to come up.
but it
It
could. Bongiorno,
it
wait.
is Von Journo's turn. You're across the across the hunting ground. Oh, sorry, across the hunting rock. You're almost like to the exit and you're shaken. So please make a spirit roll before you decide what to do or continue running.
I passed.
All right, since you pass, you have full autonomy again. What would you like to do?
I will
You're far
run.
away. You're like you'd have to take your entire turn to run back.
Yeah, I will run back.
Are you gonna do anything in the meanwhile?
Um,
Give Kyle a good slap.
I don't know. Is there any like big like thing that I could throw on it?
Absolutely. Let's say there's a wagon wheel that you can throw like a
Oh, hell
frisbee.
yeah. Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, give me an athletics. Target number
Okay.
is I would say 4.
Yeah, I got 7.
7. Okay, you hit. A wagon wheel, definitely a D6 plus your strength. As you wind up and just throw that.
D6 damage plus strength.
Yes.
So 10 damage.
10 damage, that is enough. So it is shaken. I'm spending not for it to be shaken.
God
But
damn
yeah, you shot
it.
the wagon wheel like a frisbee. And it splinters and breaks over this thing's torso. You smash one of its cow skulls, and it roars.
I was just running to get that wheel.
Its leg is just oozing this thick black ichor. And now it's Kyle's turn. He's panicked, so I think he's still, yeah, okay. Done. Easy turn. Ambrose, what are you doing?
This is where it's going to get costly again. I'm going to elect to spend 2 actions in the, so to perform multiple actions, so I could take a -2 on both.
Yep, on both.
I'm going to start with boost lower trait on my athletics for 3 power points.
Oh, you're just gonna straight up grab it
Well, I'm gonna because
with the Loa, right?
when I get my teeth in here, I've got to boost my athletics and
Hmm.
boost my fighting, so that's gonna be my 2 rolls.
Okay.
So first one, 10 gives me down to an 8
Okay.
with the -2. It's still a raise, so that puts me up by 2 die types. So that puts my athletics up to a D8 because I have a D4 in that. Yay!
Yeah.
And then for my second one, I will spend my remaining 3 power points, putting me down to 0. And 5 is only a regular. No, because that goes down to a 3. That is a fail. So at least I haven't shorted, so I don't get a
It's
critical
not a
fail.
crit fail. It's not a backfire. All
Mhm.
right. So you improve your prowess. You feel strength coursing through your veins. Uh, Excellent. So that was your turn, and that makes it the Wendigo's turn. It's stuck, right, in this bear trap. It's gonna spend one action to yank it out, and then it's gonna spend another action to attack someone, so it will get -2 on both rolls. So here's the strength roll here. Got the D12. Ooh. All right. So it just like snaps the metal right in half with its roll, even with all the penalties. And then I would say it's gonna charge you, Eustace.
I'd imagine I've been, uh, yeah, I imagine so.
Right.
Good
But
work on the
it
trap,
is
Jeremy.
distracted. So here's size, how size works. It's size 2, you're actually size 0. So it actually gets a penalty to hit you. So it's gonna -2. And then in addition to the -2 because it's the second action. So let's see it's fighting. -4. It still hits with a 7. So quite fearsome. And it is going to charge at you with its claws.
Ambrose, I hope you still got your magic hands ready.
And as it's charging you, all its heads are just saying, pull you apart, pull you apart. So here's its claws. It's a D8 plus a D12.
You're
Plus,
all talk and dead skulls,
oh
he
no.
says, trying to find a place to hide.
12 explodes. This is not
Oh.
good. Jesus Christ. Okay. So that was 12 plus 8, so 20 plus another 2 plus another 2 is 24. So your toughness right now is 5. So right, so that's 5, 9, 13, 17, and 21. So that's shaken, wounded 1, wounded 2, wounded 3, wounded 4. Would you like to soak?
I think I best.
Okay. So you can give me a Benny, and you can then give me a vigor check in order to reduce this damage.
Sure would like to be more vigorous right about now.
And don't forget, you can reroll with some Benny spends.
I rolled a 5 on each die.
Okay.
So that
So
takes me
that
from
would
4
put
to
you
3?
at, yeah, which means you're still in the game, but you will
Yeah.
take a -3 penalty on everything because of it's the wounded penalty.
Well, I guess I'll wait and see what happens, whether I want to try to. I mean, I ain't got but 2 more bennies, so I'll just
Okay.
lie here bleeding.
So what it does is like it stabs you with both its claws and it starts pulling apart like that. And it's just horrific. You've never experienced this before.
Sure did like the gunshot better.
But that is the Legion's turn. It's now 7 of spades. You, Jeremiah Jones. This is quickly becoming a dumpster fire.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really have a choice except to try to distract him from Eustace because Eustace is about to die. So I guess I'm going to step out and I'm going to start waving my hands around and I'm going to say, "Hey, look over here, you ugly, aberrant, mutated skull fucker!"
You can see
Just try
like three
to,
of the skulls turn towards you.
yeah, and I'm going to try to use humiliate to taunt.
Okay, great. You can do that. Give me a taunt
And
roll.
I could potentially provoke it if I get a raise. So let's see.
Yeah, I love that.
Got a 6 on the first roll and no raises. Oh, I got a double raise.
Okay, nice. So what number did you get?
Wait, hold on.
Rip.
36. I'm serious.
Have a Benny.
Okay.
I will
I
roll.
don't. I rolled like four fours in a row on
I'm
the
gonna
wild die,
roll
and
smarts.
I rolled an 8 on my other, and it just exploded ridiculously.
Nice. I'm gonna try and counter that with smarts. I rolled a 7. That's not working. So yeah, he's gonna continue to be distracted, and he's
He's
provoked.
provoked.
So provoked.
I think I might have just killed myself though.
Well, it's gonna focus on you now.
Yeah.
Gives me time to try and heal Eustace.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, it turns its full attention towards you. And it just like flicks its wrists and Eustace slides off and
I'm gonna turn.
hits the ground
I'm
with a
gonna.
thud.
I'm gonna turn white as a sheet.
All right, well it is 7 of diamonds, so that's you, Clank.
All right. So what I'm going to do, based on what just happened, is I am going to attempt to cast my sunlight ball of sunlight right here on its face,
Okay,
on
to try and blind it.
its central face, yes, so that
Okay.
it'll be blinded.
That's a creative use of that power, so I'm gonna give you a Benny.
Thank you. It's also now it's one of my normal spells, so 2 power points, and then a spell casting, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it exploded,
Okay.
and a 3. So 6 and a 3,
What's the total?
9.
9. All right.
9
So
total.
it takes a -4 on all actions requiring sight. So now we're stacking up the penalties here. So it's distracted and it's blinded.
Swinging its head, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it says, "Oh, I'm gonna enjoy killing you." And yeah, it's frustrated. You can see it's trying to do this to its one central head.
Do as
It
much
does get
damage as
to
you
attempt
can.
to shake it off at the end of its turns, but that is the end of this combat round. Do they get the 3 action cards again, Matt?
For the next, because with this, the power lasts for 5 rounds. So we've had
Okay.
1 round. So
Oh,
now it'll
okay.
be 4 remaining rounds after
So
that.
it's
And then I
gonna
can
last
protectize it.
until you're dead or it's dead, basically.
Or
So
I
from
keep
the
paying the
top.
power points to sustain it. Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes, most definitely. Let's talk about what's going to happen next. Ambrose, ace of spades, 10 of spades, 9 of diamonds.
I'll go for Moted, please.
Okay. Blank, queen of hearts, 3 of spades, 2 of clubs.
I'll take the queen.
All right. Eustace, we got Joker.
Hey,
Uh,
Everyone getting a penny. Woohoo.
Joker, queen, king of spades. So, yeah. Everyone gets a Benny, and you get a +2 on every single roll from now on, this round.
no, right.
Bongiorno. Jack of spades, 2 of diamonds, jack of diamonds. So jack of spades for you. Jeremiah, 8 of hearts, 5 of diamonds, 6 of spades. So 8 of hearts.
I'm gonna spend a penny to get another.
Okay. Well, this is it just one or is it 3?
Just 1 extra card.
All right. 8 of clubs. No luck. I'll take your Benny
Okay.
though.
Okay.
And Wendigo. I'm gonna
Instantly.
spend a Benny. That's unacceptable. I'm gonna spend another Benny. Oh, ace of hearts. All right. I think Kyle's pretty much out, unless someone wants to use battle on him. All right, that is going to be a reshuffle, but let's start with the Ace of Spades. Ambrose, it's or Eustace because you have a Joker.
You can go right ahead.
Wendigo will go next if
Right.
Joker's
Have
not
another. Have
used.
one of that Joker Benny back, and I'll
Okay.
have 5 power points again.
Okay.
So that's gone back up to 5. I'm going to elect to cast 2 actions again.
Definitely.
So the first one will take me down to 2 power points, so I don't
Right.
short it. I'm going to try and heal Eustace. So that is a
All right. So,
D12
someone cut
minus
for me.
2,
All right. Thanks, Tom.
6, 4. 10 minus 2 is 8, so that is the raise. So he gains 2 back, 2 wounds
All
back.
right. So
Back cast.
Eustace, once again, you get that odd sensation of regrowing your flesh, your torn flesh. You are now wounded 1 and shaken instead of wounded 3.
Yeah. And then with my second action, I'll try and heal him to get rid of the last one.
Oh, very nice.
So I'll spend
If you
2.
get a raise on this, you'll get rid of the shaken.
Well, you can either spend a penny or get a spirit roll anyway. But I'm
Yeah.
going to short it by 1 because I've only got 2 points left. So
So
I'm
you
on a
just take a
D12
minus 1.
minus. Yeah,
What could go
D12
wrong?
minus 1. Well, hopefully. Yeah.
You have hindrance, Matthew Sanderson luck.
No, but I rolled a 9. Even with a minus 2 takes it down
Yeah.
to a 7. Further minus 1 takes it down to a 6. It's still a raise. It's not a raise. It's still a success. So it
All
gets
right, so he's just shaken. So
Yeah.
you are completely and miraculously healed thanks to the voodoo magic.
Much appreciated.
You're gonna feel it in the morning, though. That's for sure.
Cough up a goblet of my own guts.
All right, Eustace, would you like to go or next, or are you going to hold that Joker? Because the Wendigo is going to go now if you don't use your Joker. Right now, it's focused on Jeremiah Jones. So
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna uh, produce my jar of tallow. I'm not gonna preempt the Wendigo. I'm just gonna remind everybody that this is the thing we got to use.
Mhm.
Wave that around while I
yeah,
pick
you can
myself
you
off the
can kill
ground.
it normally, right? But you could instantly kill it with the tallow, the hot tallow.
You permanently kill it with the tallow. Yeah.
No, you can permanently kill it with guns.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so that is enough. You can blow it up, whatever. This is just like an alternative way. So Eustace, you pull out the tallow. Remember, because you have the Joker, you get a +2 on every single one of your rolls this round.
Including your
Yeah,
spirit roll to get rid of shaken.
Yeah.
the tallow ain't hot yet though, so maybe I'll
You can delay and wait for someone to
yeah, that's I
heat it up
wanted to
for you.
bring it to everyone's attention so that somebody can
All right, sounds good. That's what you do, but that's not your turn. All right. You just
yeah,
remind everyone.
yeah.
Nice. All right, it is the Wendigo's turn. They get a -8, right? Right? Because they're size 2, they're blinded, and they're distracted. So it's gonna target you, Jeremiah Jones. It hears your annoying voice. It says, I'm gonna fuck you up. And it does like wide sweeps with its claws. I think
Okay.
it's gonna do a wild attack to get a +2, but it's gonna be vulnerable until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's enraged. It wants to kill you really bad. So it's going to take a -6. It's rolling a d12. Here we go. Oh, 12. Sometimes I get all the luck.
Yeah.
12 plus 3 minus 6 is going to be 9. So that's a hit with a raise. So it gets an extra d6 damage on top of its the horrific damage that it already does. So I'm rolling d8 plus d12 plus 2 plus d6. Um, that is I'm gonna spend a Benny to re-roll that damage to get something higher. I can be cruel.
Okay.
I have to be cruel.
Oh, this is your moment.
14 plus 2 plus 2 is 18. I think I'm happy
Okay.
with that.
My
So you've got a
toughness is
what? A
5.
toughness of 5. So that's
Yeah.
5, 9, 13, 17. So that's
Yeah.
shaken and wounded 3. If you
Yeah, I
want
have to
soak.
soak that. Yeah, I have to
Very
soak
well.
that.
What'd you get for your vigor roll?
Oh, my vigor roll, right. Six.
Okay. Yeah. So I know exactly what this looks like. If you'd like, you can re-roll. So you'll be shaken and wounded 2 instead of wounded 3. But if you think you can roll higher,
I no, I think I'm gonna stick with that.
okay. So I think this is a fantastic scene. So as you're yelling at it, you turn white as a sheep, and it like does these large sweeping motions with its claws. You try to jump back, and you turn your back momentarily, and I would say it just completely cuts your Achilles
Oh,
tendon, and you start
okay.
just screaming and writhing.
Ah,
This is the worst pain you've ever felt in your life.
yeah.
Uh, right. So that was the Wendigo's turn. It will be the Jack of Spades. Oh, sorry, the Queen of Hearts next, which is Clank's turn, unless Eustace would like to go. Oh, he's muted.
You're muted.
Light me up, Clank.
Yeah, you can set the tallow alight in Eustace's hand, should you wish.
Well, I was actually going to do that to the tallow in my hand, but
If you
I
get a raise,
will.
you can do both.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to light it up.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And that's spellcasting once again. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Eustace is going for it.
Six. Six. And my wild also hit a 6 on that
Okay,
one.
great.
And a 4. So 3 6s and a 4.
All
Wow.
right, so this is what's going to happen. You light all 3 tallows up. They become piping boiling hot, and you use your magic to protect their hands from the
Okay.
heat. That's because you got so many raises. So I will my gift to you, Clank.
We got 3 heads. You just got to get up to one of them and throw it
Yeah,
in
you
its
just need
mouth.
one of the heads. All right, well that was your turn, Clank.
Now I'm gonna take my Joker and I'm gonna run up to that son of a bitch and just shove this thing into one of them heads.
Okay, I would say you definitely need a raise for this. But
All right, so
if it's good, it's good.
I've
Remember your
got a.
+2 from your Joker.
Yep.
I do need to do the shaken first,
You do.
and that's a spirit
Spirit.
roll. Where did I split? Bonus. There we go.
It's vulnerable, so it's easier to hit.
Oh, God darn it! Here's a Benny.
Oh, I'll take your Benny, thanks. I have to
You
roll
don't need to
vigor to see
re-roll it
if
then. If you spend the
Oh,
Benny, you can spend the Benny to get rid of shaken. So it makes sense to
yeah,
spend the
yeah,
Benny
yeah.
rather than on a re-roll.
Yep, you're
got
good. And
right.
I will say it is no longer blinded because it did pass the vigor roll at the end of its turn. So it
So
sees you coming, and it doesn't have any eyeballs in any of its sockets, but you get the impression that its eyes widen.
so it's agility. It's
Fighting.
it's the result that's the +2, not the die, of course.
Hmm.
Right. Okay.
And it says, fuck, fuck, fuck.
6 explodes. 3 does
Oh,
not. Oh, 7. Damn it.
7 plus 2.
Uh, no, just 7.
Oh, 7 total.
6 and re-rolled as a 1. Oh, but yeah,
I
plus
think you
2,
still
right.
get
Yeah.
So it's 9.
9. That's not quite a raise.
I'm gonna have to
So,
stand and roll again.
all right. It would be easier if someone held it down, that's for sure. But, you're welcome to go for the glory.
Uh,
I'm saying your target number would have to be, ooh, yeah, it'd have to be 10.
it's
You
no
just need a 10.
longer it's no longer blinded,
That's correct.
right? And
But it is vulnerable.
it does know that this is bad news. So it
Yes.
is, yeah.
Yeah, all you need is a 10 because right now its parry is usually 8, but because it's vulnerable, it's 6. And you just need a raise on it to just pour this hot tallow down its throat. So that means you just need a 10. These are the odds. You gonna go for the glory?
I believe in glory. I've been reborn after all physically. Right, one reroll. Ah, six again,
Oh,
and a five. So that's 17 plus two is 19.
so how do you do it?
The thing's snapping around, and I take my reborn hand and grab one of the jaws and shove the hot can into the gullet, and then I sort of slap it as I release and fall on my ass.
And it starts screaming,
That's dinner
screaming,
for
and
you, you
choking.
son of a bitch!
All
You
right, and
frigid
these heads,
bastard!
they shake so hard and fast, and then it just stops as you hear sounds of it just gurgling and choking, and it slumps over.
Ah,
Still on its on its knees, it just slumps down, heads down, unmoving. You have slain this Wendigo.
all
That's
right.
right. You weren't never nothing but a walking birth defect.
Now you got to get its heart, right?
Yeah, Ambrose, you think any other of these parts are good for anybody or anything?
I don't mess around with body parts of monsters. That's the
You
other
all get a
accomplice
Benny.
that deals with this. Ooh.
Well, we should probably take the corpse just in case.
It is the size, it's
It's
9 feet
huge.
tall.
Yeah, and its friends it's getting dark outside and it's got
The
other
sun is setting.
friends. We should just
But
wrap
our
up the
heroes
heart.
have prevailed. Woohoo!
Amazing.
Well, there's a shit ton of gold in the safe, and we do have a safe cracker, professional.
I
Right.
think the Wendigo, as a display of power, just like opened it already.
He did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was something he
Yeah.
did do last time. Yeah.
Right, so
That's even heavier than the Wendigo carrying
we
all
got
that gold.
the magic gloves though, and we can divide the gold up and Buttercup's right outside. We just need to hustle. You see me, I
I
never moved that fast before in my life.
I ain't hustling nowhere with my ankle in this condition.
Hang on a minute. I will wander on over. Have your Benny back?
I think you're just still screaming, Jeremiah. I'll take the Betty.
Oof.
Yeah. And I'll proceed to lay on hands.
At least I didn't get shot in the ass this time.
That's great. Great news.
That's because Jeremiah didn't pull out his gun. Just blathered on.
Yeah, I'm definitely
So
going in for the gold because
if I can
I'm a
find
little
some
bit
sacks,
greedy.
yeah, we'll start loading up the loot.
Yeah, so when you get down to the safe, right, you spot a pair of leather gloves that you think is made of human skin. And then in addition to that, you see the brand, the very brand that you were branded with.
Ah,
That seems like a
This,
very useful artifact to recover.
yes, this is definitely, you can sense the power radiating it from it. And then there's a bag of gold, gold coins.
carry
Oh,
that.
we're talking.
Any cash?
Yeah, I would say so.
Stacks of cash. Excellent. I'm going to look around for any other interesting little artifacts that might be sitting around.
Yeah, give me a notice roll.
Okay. Notice. Oh, that's 7 and a 6 on my wild
Yeah, you
dice.
just need a 4. So looking around, um, despite the smell of the carrion and the dead and like the tunnel openings in the walls, you smell like the rich herbs that have been hung up. And there's also at a on a table an obsidian war club.
Well, it's pretty. We can hang that up as a trophy.
Wasn't that one of the weapons that the tornado of blood was waving around? I seem to
Maybe.
recall a sharp black weapon. Everything was moving awful fast, of course, and it was
Well,
dark
I'll
out.
grab it. I'll grab it. We can bring this with us. Maybe we could sell it for something or
It'd look real nice over a mantelpiece if you ever had a house
yeah.
one day. I, meanwhile, am taking one of the axes we broke down the door with and just
Mhm.
hacking away at the Wendigo's chest. I don't want to touch that organ with my bare hands. I figure it'll freeze to it like
Yeah,
a
this
tug
thing
on a
is just
flagpole.
pure evil. as you're hacking away at it. The tendon, the sinew. It's like sticking a fork in a pot roast.
Vile stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
That's
cut off
lovely.
a cut off a swath of its fur to wrap the heart up in.
Okay.
Not
I
gonna
I would
touch
love
that.
to see though a some kind of medicine or healing roll to see if you can identify this organ and safely extract it.
Oh
It's gonna be
heck, well,
cold.
uh,
I will also take any other roll that you can sell me.
I mean, I have some smarts and ability to repair, but I've never repaired a being
I would say
before.
smarts roll is appropriate. Yeah.
All right.
It'd be funny if you fumbled.
Would it be now?
Don't say things like that.
Oh, that's a 6 on the wild die.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, yeah, it's
We're
8.
good. So yeah, I would say that you're able to perfectly extract the heart out with skill, Eustace, and any other part of your choosing.
Yeah, I mean, he only asked for the heart, and the whole thing's so darned evil. Uh,
Yeah, you push the skulls aside, these cow skulls with facial skin stretched across them. Ugh.
I have to say, if I was alone down here at the moment, I'd be slightly tempted to shit down its throat just because it promised to do that to me. But in company and all, I think that would be unnecessary. And
You can do that
killing
later if you take its skull.
killing the beast is ought to be satisfying enough.
It's a very
Uh,
foul-mouthed demon.
I I think I would like to take at least a couple of souvenirs, as in long finger claws.
You can certainly do that, yeah.
Those look cool.
Keep in
Tell
mind,
my
though,
grandchildren, you know what this is.
carrying around a totem of absolute evil like that ain't necessarily going to be good for the atmosphere in general. We are trying, if you recall, not to let the entire civilization of Texas decline into the hell pit. Just a minder.
I would think that seeing us carrying in the skull of a Wendigo and our defeat of it would raise their spirits up.
The
But
proper
maybe you're
tale to be
right.
told. It's just,
Maybe you're right.
it's just a chunk of evil is the thing. It's like, Mom, Dad, don't touch it. It's evil. Happened to be something I saw in a dream
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Let's go
Anyhow,
raise our own spirits up. Let's go get a
absolutely.
drink.
Got to get
And
out of
uh,
here in case those ghouls show up.
and Clank, well, we'll be counting that gold out communally. I just need to remind
Of
you.
course, of course.
While you're running around the basement, it does take me 2 separate healing rolls and all of those 5 power points I just got, but I do get rid of 3 wounds off Jeremiah.
Okay. Awesome.
Let's load up the donkey and get the hell back.
Let's get through that ghoul tunnel. Hopefully they're scared now that we killed their grandpappy, but we don't want to dawdle. And I'm
And don't forget
sure,
Kyle.
and don't forget, oh, Kyle's just standing over there crying.
Yeah, he gets his shit together after you beat the beast. Uh, Sorry about that. I ain't never seen nothing like that, fellas.
Ain't nobody ever should see such a
Uh,
thing.
just don't tell me, brother.
Tell him what?
Tell them that you're a blue-bellied twit.
Oh
Nah,
no,
we ain't gonna tell them
Jeremiah.
that.
I owe you. I owe you my life.
We uh we are kind of an odd community, but we have saved each other's keisters more than a few times, and I frankly feel as though this bond of friendship we are developing is going to be beneficial for each of us and the general community.
Right. All I
Just to
know is
clarify, we
I help bust you out of this prison.
just to clarify, we do bring that brand with us
Okay.
Yeah.
because
Brand,
your magician might need the brand in order to free us.
it certainly ought to help to know exactly what it is, even what it's made out of might be helpful.
Just for the
All right.
record, I ain't getting involved with no equines.
Completely understood.
I mean,
What
with the small amount of gold you have, you could certainly just buy horses. But you'd have to choose what to buy, right? Because you might need supplies like food, or you might need bullets for those who use and then you might need horses if you are going to just up and pack up and start traveling.
I think it's high time we get as far away from this hellmouth as we're able to. And now we can afford some horse flesh and the weird
How fast do
dandy.
you want to move? The sun's setting.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
we are gathering these materials and hiking out
Mhm.
of here, and we're getting a head start before the tunnel and running through the tunnel till we're outside in the sunset. And I can
Okay.
pat old Buttercup on the rump and tell her all is well.
So you hear from the tunnel as you're making your way through, as you step in, right? You hear, "What happened to Master?"
Same thing that'll happen to you pieces of shit if you don't back the fuck off.
Give me an intimidate. Um,
I don't
yeah.
specifically have intimidate, but
I'll take a taunt instead
yeah,
as a replacement.
that's more
And
my
if you are
speed.
creative, I might give you a bonus.
We got his heart here if you want to have a look at it.
All right, you get a +2.
That's a 9 then. I've got a
So you
7 and
hold up
8.
this thing's heart. That's a 9. So yeah, that's a raise. So this is exactly what's gonna happen. There's a bunch of givering and murmuring within these tunnel walls, and then you hear, "New master, new master.
That's right, fellers. If
What
you
is your
want
command?"
to dig up some more gold and we'll put it under the there's a pretty red rock just on the outside of the compound. Uh, just pile up any gold you find in a pit under that, and I'll come back for it when I got a free moment.
Yes, yes, your wishes are a command.
That's good little
Strong.
ghouls.
You are strong.
Strong and cold, and I'm gonna have more heads than he does before the end. Just you wait and see.
Awesome. All right, you are unmolested through this tunnel, and you get out the other side. The sun is setting in the distance. If you want to hustle, you certainly can go into town or wherever else.
I think we just want to take this loot back to
and
Mama's caravan
Yeah.
and divvy up the gold, have about a supper, make plans because we do have to figure out our next step.
well, you got to go over and meet that fellow that wanted the heart.
I mean, we could go straight to Oleander. We've got his gloves and his heart.
Sure, we should be wandering around in the dark though, because
That thing's
that
a prowling at night.
that thing is still gonna
Yeah,
the
yes, sir.
whirlwind of though
Yeah, you have a feeling
Oleander
that
might
thing
be
is
able
going to
to take the
manifest
curse off.
every night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Among the
We
actually,
get
things, among the things I never thought I'd see myself doing is delivering a fresh heart and skin gloves to some fruitcake motherfucker in the middle of the night.
well, it's
no,
the
This has
day and
been a
age
day
we
of
live in.
firsts.
yeah. I mean, we could hightail it to Mama's camp and tell them to start moving south and make our deal with Oleander and get on the road. Make our deal with Oleander, go into town, buy a bit of horse flesh so the wagon can move faster.
Yeah, you can do that all tonight if you rush.
I do think we want to put as much distance as we can between the blood tornado and ourselves until we get this curse taken off us.
Agreed.
And Mama's camp is on the way to Oleander's, right? More or
Yeah.
less, both
Mhm.
south, southwest.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, so you're all heading back to camp. Um, you see Mama. She's on watch. She's on guard shift, and she kind of waves you. Eventful day, huh?
Only a couple of us got torn apart.
Well, you look all right, Eustace.
Yeah, gonna need another set of clothes, I'm afraid. I was half
That's right. It
sundered.
does not regenerate clothing. So yeah, it looks like you went through a blender.
Yeah, we got some trading to do, but
That's good. You
a
got a
bit
good
of
haul from whatever you did.
got a bit of money for some horse
Nice.
flesh in town.
Did you show her?
I don't. Well, Clank's carrying it. I'm just got the heart and perhaps the gloves.
Okay.
We
You
divvied
want
it
me
up.
to have counted it as we were coming along? I mean, it might be not so easy to do when you're walking along.
Yeah,
Well,
right now
we'll
you
say
got a lot of cash.
I didn't bother to count it on the way here. So,
All right, so you got it, and she's like, "Hot damn! Now that's what I'm talking about." Uh, we still want to rob that wagon tomorrow?
Ain't no
oh,
sense
this
in
is
it.
No? Okay.
I'm planning to be hung over myself.
Sounds good. Good job. Buddy's making some stew right now, but what are we gonna do now?
We've got deliveries to make.
It's times like this where when I wish James was here. He always knew what to do.
Well, we've got some deliveries to make. We need to get these to a man with a caravan, or a
I
wagon at
say go to
least.
Mexico. They basically speak Italian there.
Well,
Okay.
depending on what our Ollivander says, he might have more information that points us in the right direction. But I think going south is probably what we're going to have to do eventually.
Okay. Great. So you head over. You are heading over to the wagon,
And we,
Oleander's the occultist. What about
and
everyone else?
maybe a couple of folks will go into town with some of this cash and purchase a couple of sturdy horses, and the rest of us will go and talk to the weirdo in the caravan.
well, I'm already familiar with the fellow at the livery, so you can trust me with that. We get some food and
Any opportunity to go to town is a good opportunity.
Yeah, pick up a couple of bottles that aren't empty while you're at it. Where
So
we'll
you
who's
make
going
got
to
camp
it.
town?
tonight.
Clank, Jeremiah, anyone else?
I'm for the caravan myself.
All right. All right. And then Bongiorno, what about you?
Yeah, I'll go to the caravan.
Okay, great, 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 great. So let's talk about the caravan first. You can see that there is a fire going and the smell of spiced chicken, grilled meat cooking in the air. What? And you see Mr. Mr. Oleander, he's fanning himself with like one of those Asian fans because he's so hot. And he says, "Oh, my friends, good to see you."
I do, friend. You'll be happy to hear that we've got your heating, ventilation, and cooling preparation that you asked for.
Ah,
You should have
wonderful,
told us
wonderful.
it had seven goddamn heads. Near torn me
Wait, did?
asunder. Yeah, it was a seven header. That ain't normal.
Not that I know of. I, uh,
Yeah. What'd you
I
say, Ambrose? Three
That
yards
supports my
tall?
hypothesis. Something evil was unleashed, and it's mutating things.
That's a
It's a new spin on classics.
it's a fine hypotenuse you got there, but we do have your creepy skin gloves.
Oh, excellent. I'll trade you some artifacts for artifacts. And you hand over the gloves, right? And he hands you over a case of bullets. They are all golden tipped.
Oh, these look like they might be handy against things that don't readily succumb to normal artilleries.
And not only that, they're highly effective against those that don't belong on this world. So mechanically, it's going to be a +2 damage if you use these bullets. And on top of that, if you roll a 1, you can re-roll once that die.
Nice.
So, but you have 24 shots, and he slides it over across the table.
Two,
We
two
also
dozen.
picked up. We also picked up the brand that was used to give us this horrible affliction. So hopefully that will be something else that you can add to your research.
Ah, very interesting. See, so may I? So like he kind of looks at it, smells it, puts on these gloves, right? And then he like tests it out on the grilled chicken that he's using. Oh, it works. There's a
Oh,
brand on
we
his
can
grilled chicken breast.
trust me. We can tell you it works.
I see. Do give me a bit of time to examine this. You most likely will have to meet me in the morning. But I assure you I will spend all night researching this. I think this is the key.
Did you tell us already what you want them creepy ass gloves for?
Oh, it's just another artifact from my collection.
Let's see. So object of curiosity in essence.
Yes. Oh, did you by any chance get the heart? And he's fanning himself.
Well, precisely burlap sack, burlap sack, burlap sack for wrapped heart.
Oh, great. He takes that enthusiastically, hums to himself as he's carving these symbols into the heart. Uh, Goes inside. You see him open up like a metal container, like this size. He takes this withered old heart out, tosses it behind his shoulder, puts the new one in, closes it, slaps the top. He's like, "Oh, that's more like it."
It does provide relief from but it is chilly at night in the desert. You can, well, you know how you like it, I suppose.
Yes, yes, I do. And he's beaming. So, with the heart, I think this is services paid. I will definitely help you deal with your curse.
We're likely heading south in general. Are you moving in that direction, or have you not made plans as yet?
Oh, yes, yes, I'll be moving. Perhaps I'll see you.
So we should come back and visit in the morning, and you may have figured out how to undo our little medallions of Satan or what have you.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to join me for dinner?
As long as it's not that piece of chicken that you've just branded, sure.
Okay, great.
I'll eat
Please
I'll
sit,
eat the
sit.
branded chicken.
He gets out some pillows and futons for you to sit on outside.
It's mighty
Yes,
civilized little community of one you have here, Mr. Oleander.
thank you. I live an esteemed life.
Do you normally have no traveling companions, or are you just between sidekicks at the moment?
Uh, well, typically in this line of work, you don't want to have to get too close to people because it is dangerous. They don't know how to handle all this, and he gestures towards his weird collection of curiosities. I did try and take on a student once, but he ended up disintegrating himself.
That's a useful thing to be aware of.
Yeah, and then he starts cutting the chicken with the curved cultist blade and like serving it out. It's honey hot chicken. It's delicious. Woo.
Quite exotic compared to Buddy's beans and franks.
Yes, I tend to have spicy food because I had a bad experience once.
I appreciate you're not including any further detail in that anecdote.
Hmm.
But, or, to what extent, sir, are you aware of the particular of the evil that has been unleashed to the northwest of here, and the tornado of blood?
Um, well, I'm not so sure, but I do intend to find out now that you have given me these tools.
I
But
see.
yes, you try the chicken. It's extremely hot, spicy. But yeah, spice is the best defense against the Texas tummy twisters.
Do you have some buttermilk or something? I,
Yes.
I
He
do like
opens
it.
the same compartment with the Wendigo heart is in and gets out some milk.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome.
A soothing sip.
And there's just frost that is built up on the cup. But as you have your dinner, would you like to ask anything else? Or otherwise, I'm going to move to the town.
I was just hoping he knew how some way to protect us from the thing, and he doesn't have yet. So
Nope. Guess you're just going to have to kill it. Woohoo! All right, that being said, back in Wagon Stop, Joe and Jeremiah, you've rode into town.
Mhm.
What are you buying? And you're celebrating at the saloon?
Oh yeah, I'm going straight to the saloon. That's my whole plan.
All right.
Well,
You've
I'm
been through the
wondering
ringer.
if we should do the responsible thing and buy what we need first, or whether we should see if we can increase our funds and then go buy what we need.
You're right, Joe. You're right on both counts. Why don't you go and buy that stuff, and I'll meet you at the bar.
All right, I guess I'll do that. Uh, yeah, I'll head over to the livery.
Okay.
I forget what his name is, but I did meet him before.
Yeah, you head over to the livery, and that's
How many horses am I going to
Jim
need?
Hickman. Well, how many do you have, right? You've got Buttercup, and then
Is Buttercup a horse or a mule
there's a mule.
a mule? So if we need horses for our gang, how many
Yeah.
do we need?
Well, you can make do and have people double up, but you mainly need the horses for the wagon. So two
Oh,
horses for
okay.
the wagon, and then probably one each for you main characters, and then others can double up with you if you'd like.
So we'll say six.
All right, so
Six
you
horses.
can reduce your cash from a lot of cash to some cash. So two steps.
Cash.
But you buy a lot of horses. You buy 6 horses. And this guy's not going to ask questions. He's just going to take the gold like a very smart man.
And I'm
But his
not sure
eyes
whether
wide.
we're going to tell him that we're going to come and pick him up in the morning because we're all going to have to come. I
I
can't.
mean, if you pay right now, right, he's willing to just give it to you. He'll basically tie them together so they'll walk in a line
Okay.
so you can
Yeah,
bring them wherever.
that makes sense. Okay, we'll do that then. Although I'm not ready to take him at this very moment, I'll be back in
Whenever you're
maybe an
ready.
hour. Yeah, he'll have to get them together, so I imagine that'll take a little bit of time.
Yes.
So once he's done that, I will also get whatever foodstuffs or anything that we might need, some bottles, as Eustace asked. Once I've got all that ready to go, then I'm
Yep.
going to go meet Jeremiah Jones and do a little gambling
Okay.
with my
No
share.
one wants to play cards with you.
Oh, damn it.
You are recognized and known.
Hell, Joe, we need to just loosen him up a little bit. Next round's on my friend Joe.
Yeah!
Which one of you lucky ladies wants to come spend some time with a rich man?
You flash some cash,
Yeah.
then they'll flock to you.
I'm
Of
like,
course.
Jerry, you
Hell,
know
Joe,
that,
it's payday.
yeah, but you know how criminals work? We're criminals. There are other criminals in the world. They're going to see we got cash and
Joe, we are
end up getting
successful
robbed.
criminals.
You're creating a lot of heat.
Christ.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I think we need to get
I'll
back.
give you a penny for that,
ASAP.
Jeremiah, actually.
I'm sorry, ladies. I've got other things to do this evening, but thank
Well,
you
why
very
don't you
much
join
for the
in?
offer.
Handsome.
Shit.
Yeah, come on, Joe, loosen up. We got some time.
Well, I'll have a drink.
There you go. Just
Okay.
one drink. That's right.
Does it stay one drink?
I do a willpower roll, but I don't really have. Is that we'll say call it spirit?
Spirit, yeah.
It's an 8. I am feeling pretty good because we had some close-ins. Ooh, I did not pass that, so I have another.
Yeah. What you
Okay.
need, Joe, is a couple fine ladies to give you that drink.
In that
Well,
case,
Sit back. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna spend probably the night in town having a great time. And an event will happen. So we will get there when we get there. Let me just ready some stuff. Yeah, cool. Okay, great. So you're having a great time in town. There's someone on the honk playing honky tonk on the piano. You get like almost a montage flash scene of just like you line dancing, you drinking, you playing Five Finger Fillet, and that's where we're gonna fade out, and we're gonna go back to
Yeah.
Ambrose, Eustace, and Bongiorno. So what's going on? You just finished dinner up at Oleander. He's quite a strange, eccentric gentleman.
Mhm. I'll be maybe making some small talk with him through dinner and kind of asking, not probing questions, but trying to get him to open up a little bit about his background. So
Yeah,
where did he come from? How did he get interested in all this stuff?
good, good, excellent. And he says, "Well, I've been always interested in the weird, and I was mostly shunned for my love of it. So that's why I set out on my own. And there's so much value in everyday objects, hidden powers, secret meanings, symbolism personified." And his eyes widen. He talks and gestures grandly with his hands.
You following any of this, Bonjourner?
No, I'm not sure what symbolism means.
I think it's the metal ones they clap together.
But you,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
what about you? Are you a Balker? I don't take you as one.
No, I follow a lighter path.
Yes, no, you don't dabble in dark magic. Good.
No, no, I
It's
try to
sick
keep
what they
myself
do.
clean.
They use their dark magic on innocent people.
Hmm. Usually the downtrodden and the oppressed. Yeah.
Hmm,
Unfortunately, a lot of them that deal with that have friends in high places or friends with a lot of influence.
they do. I don't think they take too kindly with that kind of magic being used outside of their group.
No, that's how I lost this.
They still after you?
I'm hoping they have no idea where I've got to after they've no, ended up with the position I'm in. I'm hoping that's given them enough of a diversion that they aren't looking around.
Okay. Yeah. Well, do be careful. You are proving to be a great asset and friend, even better friend. And I imagine we can help each other in the future.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Uh,
Is there a role that I can do to kind of get a read on him to see whether he's just got an idea of, hey, if I get hold of the red sect, I can shop this guy in?
yeah, you can definitely roll. I don't think there's a psychology.
You know, whether it be maybe notice or persuasion. I'm not sure which. It's the
I
same
think
die type in either
notice
case.
is fine.
Yep. That would be D8. Oh, my 8 exploded. 9.
Right. He's eccentric, but he's not stupid. Any involvement with the Red Sect is just like suicide. So if he like ratted you out, right, they'd probably take care of him too,
Mm-hmm.
because this Red Sect, they're bloodthirsty.
Oh,
They don't
hell
want
yeah.
anyone dabbling in magic. And
Yeah,
besides, he's taken a liking to your group.
and it seems genuine, so I'll wipe the sweat the sweat off my brow and go, good man.
Yeah. I want you to call heads or tails now.
Oh, me.
Yep.
Heads is always lucky.
Okay. Take a Benny.
Oh, okay.
But you wrap up dinner, and he says, "I do have some evening reading to do and some studying of the Moran. So do take care."
Likewise. There's some nasty stuff running around out here in the dark.
Yeah. So what are you doing now?
looking
Uh,
between Eustace and Bongiorno. I'm guessing we're heading back to the camp.
yeah, I have to say, I'm expecting that I'll have to stop and dig a couple of small holes on the way back. I don't think that Oleander Chicken agrees with my disposition. My
William,
internals is used to dried beef and dried beans, not so much succulent, evil branded chicken cutlets and hot chilies like that.
Oleander's Revenge, yeah?
So something of the sort. So I figure
Okay.
it'll take us a little while to get back to camp.
So great. So you're gonna get off the beaten path to basically have a bio break. Eustace, what are you doing, Bongiorno, as you're like waiting?
I'll be on lookout because it's getting late and I'm obviously paranoid.
Okay, you see a golden retriever
Oh, that's
in the
nice.
distance. Yeah, and it's wagging its tail and it's like trotting towards you.
Okay, I'll just sort of look at it
You pet
and
it?
then I'm afraid of dogs,
Oh, you
so
are because of wolves. Yeah.
yeah.
Then I feel like in that case, it will go towards Ambrose.
Oh, okay. I'll have a look down at the thing, and this is not. I'm actually going to kind of look it over a little bit first, because there's not usually just dogs wandering around out in the wastelands.
That's
So,
correct. It has no collar, but it
mhm.
looks happy to see you. Its tail's wagging.
Okay, yeah, I'll be cautious, but
Okay.
yeah. Hello, doggy.
It barks.
Yeah, you're out and about late at night. You should run along home.
Yeah. And I think this is the part where like it just looks at you and then it says the red sec sends its regards and it starts transforming.
Oh shit.
Give me a give me a fear roll because you understand that they have shape changers.
Yeah, I was worried
You
about that.
understand that this is a Baka.
Ah, god damn it.
Meanwhile, while you're dealing with that fear roll,
Seven's good.
okay, we're gonna go towards the salute, right? Jeremiah, Joe, you're both drunk skunks. And
Yeehaw!
and I guess you've been drinking a lot, so you break the seal, right? One of you has to go to the restroom or the
Hmm.
outhouse, right? And that's when like a big dude with a knife kind of presses it up against your back, Jeremiah. Give me all you got.
What? Hell, man. This ain't fair.
What do you do?
Uh, Joe, help!
All right, we're
Help!
rolling combat, so we're doing. All right, so we're just doing combat. I'm running the Baka and this thug at the same time. So,
I,
oh my God, Joker for Ambrose.
Yes.
Ugh. All right,
Let me-
Clank, seven of diamonds. King of diamonds for Eustace. Bongiorno, ace of spades. We're rolling hot tonight. Jeremiah, 10 of diamonds. Baka. Ooh, Baka's gonna spend. Baka's gonna spend. Yeah, gotta use them,
Yippee-ki-yay.
right? And then the thugs. All right. So starting off the round is gonna be Bongiorno. You can see that this dog has turned into this horrible, skinless monstrosity. Uh,
Fucking knew it.
so you can definitely give me a spirit roll for fear.
I'll re-roll.
And I
Uh,
would say, what is this? I will ask you, what is the scariest thing you've ever seen? Or yeah,
okay,
because that's what you're going to be seeing.
I have to spend two to pass the fear roll.
Okay,
Spend two bennies.
very well.
Um, I think the most frightening thing, my dad, because I'm a psychologically normal person.
Yeah, all right. And I would say this is a brutal version of your father. His skin entwined with razor wire, and he's holding this big ass billy club. And he's gonna beat your ass. Uh, what is the scariest thing you've ever seen, Mr. Ambrose? Or maybe you can see through its deceptions.
I think the scariest thing I ever seen was a 9 foot tall, seven-headed son of a bitch who had six talons stuffed into my chest.
Nice. I think that's what you see, and it you hear in your head that I'm back.
Holy hell! And
And
I got the
Ambrose?
trots.
Yeah, you're pulling your pants up right now. What about you, Ambrose?
I think it's probably been surrounded by the gang of the
Yeah,
red
so
sect
in
who
this
nearly killed me. Yeah.
this is a robed giant 9, 10 foot tall figure with the branding of the red sect. So like red robes, crimson. They've got machetes.
Hmm.
You distinctly remember your eye was taken out with a machete. All right. Well, right now it is Bongiorno's turn. So,
Well, now's my time to get my Oedipal revenge. So I'm gonna try to punch this guy in the face.
all right, let's see it. Gonna punch the Baka in the face.
Oh my God, lucky number 13.
Okay, hits with a raise.
So that does extra d6.
That's correct.
Oh my Lord, 17 damage.
Nice.
Finally, I get to do something instead of
So,
just running away.
7, no, 8, 12, 16. 8, okay, so that it's gonna spend so soak. It's gonna soak.
Try.
Yeah. Oh, I rolled a 1. Oh, it does get a well. 4. I'm not too happy with just the 4, so I will spend a Benny. No, I guess I'm gonna have to take it. All right, so it is wounded 1 and shaken.
Hmm.
1 plus shaken. Great. So you just sock it in the face.
Take me to a
Bam!
psychiatrist.
All right. Let me know when you want to go, Ambrose, because you did get that Joker.
Yeah. Well, where's Eustace going?
He's King of Diamonds, so he'd be next.
Okay. I'll let.
Eustace is squatting right now.
Yeah, he better get back here quick.
Okay, so you'd like it to be Eustace's turn instead of yours?
Yeah.
All right, Eustace, it's your turn. You're King of Diamonds. You're in the shrubs, and you hear a commotion going off, and you to look upward, and you see that the Wendigo is back. Legion's back.
I was here enjoying the pleasant scent of mesquite and a sense of relief. The cool evening breeze of the desert on my sensitive
Behind, yeah.
parts. And I figured we'd be distributing these 24 gold tip bullets, but I feel like it's time to put them in action already.
Oh man! All right, caught with your
Mesquite
pants down.
mesquite shrub makes a decent place to hide behind.
Okay.
You did say you wanted the chance to shit down its throat, so just saying.
Start throwing poop at it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna chamber two of them golden bullets.
All right, in your Derringer, right?
Yes, sir. And I'm in a stable position down here on my haunches.
You are.
I'm gonna rest a wrist on the mesquite bush ahead of me and fire it. At least all those heads give you a larger area.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 5 on my 8.
You just need a 4.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I wanted something exotic, but yeah, a 5 is a hit, right?
Well, it is 2d4 plus 2, because that's your Derringer with the golden bullets, and then you can re-roll ones once.
Or 1 I can re-roll is a
Yep.
3, so that's 7,
Oh, that's great.
and 2, so
Okay.
9.
Yeah, these golden tip bullets, they work. And you deal 9 damage to it. I'm gonna save my bennies for damage. So yeah, you do shoot it. It's wounded too. And you blast off a skull with this gold-plated bullet,
And
and
now
it,
I'll
it
have an opportunity
recoils.
to clean myself up a little bit before I go to combat.
Yeah. So yeah, you all see your worst nightmare basically get capped by Eustace as he's crouching in the bush. But now, if you'd like, I'm gonna go over to. If you'd like to go,
I
Ambrose, please.
Yeah, I was going to leap in with a joker then. How long were we at dinner for, and would that count as resting?
I would say that counts as resting.
Okay, so if we were there for an hour, so an hour longer,
Yep,
so that's I get my 5 back for that.
there you go.
We haven't got too much longer. I'll cash in another one to give me another 5,
I'll
so that
take
puts me
it.
up to
Thank you.
10.
Bam.
Right. I will split for 2 actions. So I'm going to spend 5 first of all
Hmm.
to cast Fear of the Petroloa. So I go for Marionettes. So I
Okay.
get my skeletal overlay. That will be -2 is 11 -2 is 9. So that gives me the raise. So I get my extra damage on strength.
Okay.
And then I will then attempt to rip it in half with my improved
Right, and this is a magic
armory.
attack. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. It's reach and AP2 as well, I
All
think.
right. Very
All
well.
right. This is where I need my bennies now to try and hit because
Got a
I am
parry of
shit
7.
without having boosted my boosted my fighting. Come on. Yeah, that's Benny for a reroll. That's another Benny for a reroll. And then I roll double one, so I can't roll anymore.
All right. So that's a fumble.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So this is what's gonna happen, right? So you're gonna try and like grab it and punch it, right?
Hmm.
This horrific thing, it laughs like a hyena and it moves to the side swiftly and it grabs the Loa's arm like this and twists it and wrestles you to the ground.
Ah!
So you're prone. So that means you are vulnerable. And it knows what it has to do. But as this is happening, we will jump to the outhouse. Jack of Hearts, the guy with the knife to your back, right? Here's you yelling it
Yeah.
out. And you see 3 other shadowy figures step out into this back outhouse area, and they all got guns.
Okay, okay,
Do
take
this
it. Just
quick.
take it. You can have the money.
Okay. And they're going to
And
do that.
yeah, and a second, once they start searching me, I'm gonna start laughing. And I'll be like, "You airheaded dipshit! My friend has all the money. I ain't got none."
Okay, if that's the case, yeah, they're gonna sock you in the face
Okay.
out of anger. You and your big mouth. No.
I'm assuming that I heard him, but I'm waiting for my turn.
Yeah, yeah, your
I'm
turn
I'm I'm
will be coming.
half drunk coming out.
Yeah, I love
I
that.
already know what I'm going to do.
You're gonna kill them. Great. So, yeah, you're gonna get socked in the face. It's
Okay.
definitely fighting for them. They're just extras, so they don't get anything. Oh, 6 explodes. Another 6. All right, it hits you. I rolled 3 6s. I'm not gonna go any
Mm-hmm.
further. All right. Here is the punch. It's just like what? Strength plus D4. So let me D6 plus D4. Let's see. Whoopee! Oh my lord. 3 plus 6 plus 2 is uh, uh
11.
11. Yeah, your toughness is
Toughness is 5,
5.
and I will
So
spend a
yeah.
Benny to soak.
Okay. Otherwise you'll be wounded and shaken one. So please roll vigor.
13.
13. Great.
Yeah.
You basically get smashed around. One of them like punches you in the back of the head and you stumble backwards, but you've had worse. You survived the pit.
Yeah. And I'm drunk. I'm probably,
Yeah, and that's when the rest of them, I think they're just gonna do a gang up attack on you.
oh,
You are surrounded, so because of the adjacent rules, they get a +3.
okay.
Yeah. So they're gonna punch. It's only one attack. That hits 7. I'm gonna. Can I get higher than a 7? I think I can. I think I will spend the Benny to brutalize you. Nope. I'll do it again. I just need a oh, 6. That's all I needed. For 10 plus 3 is 13. That's a raise on you. I'm gonna roll damage now.
How many
D4
times can I
plus
soak?
D6. You can soak as many as you'd like, as long as you got
Okay.
the bennies for it.
Yeah, I still got bennies, so I'm gonna
I
soak
rolled
this one
two
too.
sixes and a
Yeah.
3, so that's 15 right now. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that again because I just rolled another two sixes. I feel like I didn't. My technique needs a little practice. All right, another 6, so that's 18 plus 2, 20, 24. So this is a 5, 9, 13, 17. Okay, so that's shaken. Oh, you're already.
Yeah, I spent a
Okay.
Benny to soak this one
Yeah, you can
too,
do that,
so
or else you're going to be wounded 4.
yeah.
Roll vigor, please. So yeah, they pile on you.
11.
Dumbass shit for brains. Okay, so that's a raise. So you are wounded 2 and shaken. So this is exactly you get grabbed by the hair, your head slammed against the outhouse, you get thrown to the ground. They start just kicking you while you're on the ground. It's pretty bad.
Okay.
So you are wounded 2 and shaken. Right. All right. Next, 10 of diamonds. It's your turn. You're shaken. So please make a spirit roll. I've got 3 bennies, so luck's looking good.
8.
8. All right. Well, you can act normally. You are no longer shaken. But you are wounded 2, so you get a -2 on everything.
I'm gonna try to run.
Okay. I think that's definitely going to be in the athletics
Okay.
to escape
Okay.
that melee combat.
That's okay.
After him.
8.
Great. That's awesome. So you get a good head start. Did you subtract the 2 from the wounded? So it's a 6.
No, I did not. So it's a
All right,
6.
so it's a 6. So it's not quite a raise. So you desperately scramble to your feet. You're bleeding. Actually, I would say the left side of your face is just blown up from a bruise, and it's purple and ugly.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Wow.
you're just getting
Better.
out of here. You're running towards the street, or
Uh, Probably running towards the bar.
okay, all right, all
Yeah.
right. So you just enter the bar, and you're all roughed up. Joe, you
Yeah.
see your friend.
That was a lot that happened without me being able to get out the door.
Yeah, well, you did roll 7 of diamonds, but as you do that, we're gonna switch back to the Baka, which is laughing like a hyena right now as it's standing over you, Ambrose, and it's going to try and basically destroy you utterly and completely. So here
I
comes the
would say
fighting.
bring it, but it did.
Yeah. Okay, That is a 2, and a 2. So I spend a Benny. Reroll.
Ah, keep the twos. They're fine.
One day. Not today. Today I got an 8. And that
Uh,
explodes for 15. I'm assuming that's a raise on you.
oh, hell yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Let's roll some damage. Yeah.
Hey,
16, 18. Sorry, you were saying?
You ugly son of a bitch, where I sent you to hell and I gave your darn heart away. That there fella's put us all back together a whole hell of a lot of times, and I got a fresh steaming pile of shit here for you, you sack of burnt balls.
Awesome. Have a Benny for that.
Nice.
So you do that, right? And it just looks at you kind of quizzically, but it is going to finish stomping on Ambrose. So I did roll a 16, 18. So your toughness is, I believe,
5.
5. So
Yeah.
5, 9, 13, 17. So that's shaken and 3 wounds.
I have got one Benny left. I will try and soak it so that I at
Okay.
least get rid of some negatives.
Oh, actually, no, it's only shaken and wounded 2 because I forgot to subtract 2.
Okay. I'm still gonna
Or no, wait, no,
I'm
damage
gonna
rolls
ask.
aren't subtracted. No, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. So I'm still gonna make the vigor roll.
Yeah.
Come on. 5 is at least 1, so I get rid of one of them.
Okay, great. So you are wounded 1 and shaken. Wound 1 plus S. Okay. Right, and then it turns towards you, Eustace, and it's going to be Clank's turn. You look up and you see your fellow brother in crime beaten and bruised. What do you do?
I probably just fall down onto the floor like.
There's a gasp. The crowd kind of backs up and goes, "Oh!" You hear one of the call girls goes, "Oh, oh, goodness gracious!" And the piano stops.
Great balls of fire.
I'm sorry, say that again.
It's your turn.
Help
Okay.
me, Joe. Help me.
So I heard him yell,
Yes.
and I started stumbling towards the door.
Yeah.
And as I get to the door, he comes
And falls.
stumbling in. And I figure he's gotten himself in trouble again. He's beaten the shit out of him. I take a step past him towards the door. I probably
Yeah.
see the guys coming.
Yeah, they're like kind of looking at each other,
They're coming for the
wondering
gold,
what to
Joe.
do.
Well, if they're coming towards me, I'm pretty angry. I'm going to yell, "Stay away from my brother." And I'm going to make a deal with the devil
Okay.
to
So
cast damage.
cards.
Yeah,
Blast or
the damage. What is it? The
area
damage
damage is
aura.
blast. Yep.
Yeah,
So I
and I'll
believe a
say it looks
blast
like
is
lightning. So
all right. So you raise your hand, cards start fluttering out of your sleeves. And it is 3 power points to cast this, and it's a seasoned spell. You're already seasoned, so there's no penalty. So why don't you go ahead and make that gambling roll?
okay, gambling roll is a 5.
Okay, that works. You get an extra card. So a
Okay,
total of 6.
so let's pull our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I got 2 pair.
All right, that's
So
enough.
that
I believe you can. A 2 pair is a
that's
8,
5
6,
power
5
points.
power. All right, so for with the excess of 2, you can get a +2 on your spell casting roll, or recharge
Oh,
your power points by 2. But you have to make that choice now.
uh, I'm sorry. I get a extra points on my spell
You
casting.
either get +2 on your spell casting roll, or you can take the 2 and add it to your power points.
I'll take the +2 on my
Very well.
spell
Let's
casting.
see that spell casting roll then.
I got a 6 and a 2,
hmm
and I got another 3, so 9.
9. That is enough. So they are going to all cower. You hit them. They
I'd
have
like it to.
toughness.
The
That's a
trapping should look
raise. Ooh,
like
okay.
lightning.
Because that's a raise, I'm gonna spend some bennies to soak. All right. All right, one's soaked, but one's shaken. There's four of them.
Question
And
if they're
I'll
going to still coming at me when I can see I can
yeah, you
electrocute them.
basically no, you electrocute three people. They're all they just drop to the ground dead, fried, and there's that faint smell of roasted flesh. Once again, the crowd just like they start screaming at this display of power. They've never seen such sorcery before.
Oh,
Oh
And that's
boy.
what happens when people make me mad.
I think that's a spirit roll for them, but that will be on their turn. So, just top of the round again.
Cherry,
Oh,
we got to go.
Ambrose,
Jesus.
I
five
did
of
forget.
spades. Huh?
I did forget the +2 for that Joker, so that would have put me onto would have put me onto a. I still missed it by one anyway, so no, ignore me.
Okay. Five of spades. Clank, Joker. Man,
Yay!
everyone
Oh,
gets Benny. Eustace, four diamonds.
I'll spend a penny.
All right. You spend the Benny and you get a five of diamonds.
I'll spend a penny.
All right. You get an ace of diamonds. What an
That's
upgrade.
more like it.
Very well. Monjourno, jack of spades. Jeremiah, three of clubs.
Oh, I'll spend a penny.
All right. Ace of spades. Pay to
Yes.
win. Baka. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. Gunman, eight of the robbers. All right. Joker, would you like to go first?
I'm still pretty drunk.
You start killing everyone in the salon.
No, I mean, I'm actually kind of upset that they saw me do that because now they're going to know I've got
Yeah, you chose to
magic.
do that, brother.
I think
Partner.
I'm gonna. I don't know if it's really a move, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
grab Jeremiah and say we got to get the fuck out of here.
I think that's an appropriate thing to do. I don't think anyone is going to try and stop
You
you.
got, we got 6 horses.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we
you
got to get
just
back.
pick up Jeremiah off the ground, dust him off, and you're like, we gotta go. So
Yeah,
with the Joker,
we'll
I'll
get
just
our
let it
stuff and
happen.
we'll go.
All right, Ace of Diamonds, Eustace Barnett.
Correct, sir. I'd like to
I have
spend.
no more bennies.
I'd like to
Oh, never
spend
mind.
this penny
I have a
to
Benny now.
change
I
the
actually,
narrative slightly. I'm gonna
okay.
well, actually. I'll describe it and then we'll see. I'd like
Yeah.
to taunt the thing and then walk backwards away from it. And the penny I would like to spend is for it to slip on my shit as it comes toward me. And
Yeah, we
I'm
can do
calling
that.
out to you, damned hell beast from nowhere. We done put you down already once. You're flailing your shit around like nobody ever taught you what your corpse eating cannibal bullshit's about. And I'm walking backwards I put in a second golden bullet, so as soon as it falls on whatever it's
You're gonna
got.
cap it in the head. Okay. So, usually, yeah, from your information with dealing with and reading about Baka, Ambrose, this thing's basically immune to all like non-magical attacks, but it looks like these golden bullets sure work. So Oleander did not steer you wrong. That being said, give me a taunt roll.
What? Where did the other die go? Where'd it go? I got a 5 on my. Oh, I got an 8 on my 8. Yes.
Nice. So you get
And a 4. I got a
raise up.
12 in total. Yep.
Okay, so what happens is it turns towards you and it says, you just hear like interloper, you will pay. And it charges you this thing, the Wendigo, the ghost of it, I guess, and it
I'll kill you as
completely
many times as I have to, you son of a bitch. Just keep
and then
on
it
coming.
slips on your shit, and it goes face plants into the sand.
Well, this is a promise achieved, and I'll put the Derringer against one of its skulls and pop it.
All right, just deal damage.
That's two fours and plus what?
Plus
Two?
D6. Yeah,
Two,
I'll give you the extra
oops.
D6.
Oh, I got to re-roll a 1,
Yep, and it's plus 2 damage on top of that.
4, 4,
Oh my God.
4, and 2. So and then plus 2.
Yeah.
So 16.
Wow. I'm gonna be a bastard and try and soak it just once.
Sure.
Where'd that Benny come from?
No, you gave me bennies
Oh.
for the extra cards, remember?
Damn.
Yeah, so I made a mistake. I just remembered. But it failed the soak, so you could describe what this looks like, Eustace.
Well, I'm curious because I ain't seen a Baka before. I just seen a Wendigo. So
Yeah, yeah.
imagine when its soul spark is temporarily displaced by this golden bullet, it might change into some other son of a bitch.
I think you are right. So as you put a bullet into its head cavity, you can see that its head kind of explodes outward and it begins to shrink and look very small. It almost looks like a skinless baby,
Ugh.
and it is defeated. But Ambrose, you know that a Balker is behind this,
Hmm.
right? Only they can summon these things, uh, and you know the red sect is on to you.
We've got to move.
That being said, that is going to be Eustace's turn. Jeremiah, you are running. I would say combat's over at this point, unless you want to do anything else.
No, I'm just taking, I'm
All
grabbing
right, so
hold of Joe and like, let's get to them horses.
yeah. So you get to the horses, right? And I would say that you get there fast enough before the word travels that you're a sorcerer. Well, you're with a sorcerer, some kind of evil warlock, and you get the horses and you ride them as fast as you can back to camp. Same with Ambrose and Eustace and Bongiorno. You head back to camp, and it's like about midnight now, and you can hear in the distance 1,000 screams, and the wind picking up, and the brand, it's glowing. And that's where we're going to end the session tonight.
It's going to be a long night.
Exciting.
Our players included Matthew Sanderson, David Gassaway, Stefan Amshi, Max Meltzer, and myself with Alex Sun as the Game Marshal. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of the Deadlands and the Savage Worlds role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.